Our next speaker is Ms. Sonal Goyal, who is working with Newbay Company. She has done her graduation from IIT Delhi and has more than 12 years of experience in financial, social media, and telecommunication companies like WebTech, eTrade, and Sapient. She is the author of HEHO framework, an open source framework for connecting Hadoop to data sources and sinks. Today, she will be sharing her knowledge on the same. So please welcome Ms. Sonal.
Thank you, and thanks Sanjay for the wonderful presentation on Hadoop. So, as I think Sanjay has kind of already given a very good overview on where Hadoop is and where actually HEHO stands. So, I think I'll just dive into, how and what HEHO does. So, as Sanjay mentioned already, Hadoop is actually a framework for distributed processing. So with the advent of web, we had a lot of structured, unstructured, semi-structured data coming in. And traditional RDBMS systems, OLTP systems, ETL systems were unable to keep pace with just the sheer size and volume of data. So this is how Hadoop was born out of Natch, a framework for distributed processing. Supports a programming model called MapReduce. MapReduce is basically a key algorithm over which Google is based, and Google had actually published a paper. I think they even have a patent over it. So Hadoop is actually an implementation of, an open source implementation of MapReduce. So the main idea behind Hadoop is that, you just bother about your application programming, and the framework will bother about how to spread it across machines. You add more machines, you get more power, and it's like as simple as that. You have more data, you add more machines, the same program, you can add more cluster space, and you can do more and more processing. So with such kind of a framework, I mean, there is a need for the framework to actually talk to various kinds of data. So a lot of our data is actually still housed in the relational database. And there is a need for that data to be brought into the Hadoop system so that it can be analyzed. So a typical use case is that you have the click streams coming in, and then you want, which is your standard web logs. And then beyond that, you have your user profiles, which are saved in a MySQL database or an Oracle database. And you want to tie both of them together and see how, which kind of users from what domains are doing what kind of purchasing on your site. So those are the kind of, intelligence that you want to build in, using the data that you already have. So, another case is that you've done a lot of your crunching over Hadoop already, and you want to push this out to a reporting system and be able to view the results. So there is a need for connectors to talk to Hadoop and get data in and out of Hadoop. So this is where the concept of HEHO was actually born, and this is an open source Apache version 2 licensed product, which is hosted at the given URL, Google Code. So I am actually trying to give a very simplistic model of what HEHO does. So you have your data sources. HEHO runs within Hadoop. It gets the data for you. And once you're done with your processing, you run another MapReduce job, and you can just push out the data that you want back to the data source. So I'll kind of talk briefly about the status of the project. So in this diagram, I'm kind of trying to say that data source. So the current release actually supports relational databases, inflow from relational databases, and outflow only to a MySQL database. The roadmap for HEHO covers more and more data sources. One of our big use cases is the web. When people want to just scroll the web of sites of their interest, extract meaningful content, maybe not something like, maybe run something like
So one of our use cases, as I was mentioning, is that we want to add more and more data sources. Like one of the use cases would be that you go over to the web, crawl data which is relevant to you, run something like Apache Mammoth, do some intelligence over it, and then churn out results. Maybe dump them back to a reporting system like Jasper reports or Pentaho. So those are the kind of data sources that Hio is eventually going to target. But currently it is supporting relational databases. Can everybody hear me at the back?
Yes, yeah.
So Hadoop. So this is actually, Hio is actually a framework. So what it comes with is a set of configuration files, a jar. You put the jar, you configure, you run. And you are free to do whatever with the data. It absolutely abstracts out all the complexity of getting the data from the database to the Hadoop system. So when we talk about Hadoop, basically what we are talking about is we are trying to get data from the relational database into Hadoop. And for that, it is as simple as you specify your database connection properties. So that will, in the case of a JDBC, it will be a JDBC driver. The database URL, the username and the database password. You specify a query by which you want to fetch the data from the database. You tell the framework how data is to be split across the mappers. So basically we have like a huge amount of data, like we have let's say 30 GB of data stored in one table. You don't want to get it in one single query. We want to leverage Hadoop. We want to split the query across various machines, get parts of the data and write them to HDFS. So this is actually where Hadoop is, the framework. We want to kind of leverage the framework and do parallel processing, even while retrieving the data. So the earlier solution before tools like Hio and Sqoop were that, as Sanjay mentioned, you just dump the data from the database and you just copy into the HDFS. So the problem with that kind of an approach is that it is not an online approach, one, and second is it is not a parallel approach. So those are the two reasons why things like Hio are into the picture. So what they help you do is that they help you parallelize your processing. You can get your data and you just have to tell the framework how you want your data to be split across various mappers. And then it will convert. So when it comes from the database, you will have a JDBC result set. Hello? Yeah, sorry for that. So we will basically have a JDBC result set, and it is able to go over that result set, any kind of query that you give. And it can convert it into delimited text. You can choose what delimiter you want, pipe, comma separated, any delimiter of your choice. You can convert it into Avro, which is going to be the standard RPC serialization framework for Hadoop going forward. And you can actually even intercept the data while it is coming from the database into Hadoop and run your own processing. So let's say you don't want to write directly to the file system, underlying file system, but you want to do some level of processing and then dump into the database, into the Hadoop file system. So the framework allows you to just do that. Okay, so while we're talking about Hadoop, so the basic concept is you specify an input query. And an input query can actually be, whatever kind data you want to fetch. One table, multiple tables. You want to run, something like a function over your query. You want to do an uppercase. You want to extract some. You want to do some substring. You want to join more than one tables. Average, mean, any kind of aggregation you want to do while the data is in the database. So it's as simple as, you have an XML file and you specify what is the query that you want. The only catch here is the AND conditions clause. This is where the query will be split across different machines. So I'll just briefly describe this portion later.